Today's topic is Introduction to SQL Queries, and I hope that everybody had a chance to read the textbook before the class, okay? We today start from repeating the textbook material, as always, and then we will stay on some other topic regarding the simple SQL queries. Because at home, I hope everybody tried to do something with the SQL and managed to write some very simple SQL queries. But today, we're gonna train more different SQL queries with different new keywords. And we will see what else could we do with SQL and what other queries could we send to the database. And that is the list of everything that we gonna consider today. Okay, I think that everybody is here already. Welcome those who was a bit late. And we start from repeating the material that everybody had a chance to read at home, our textbook. So who can tell me what SQL stands for? Dmitry, raised hand, please, Dmitry.
Hello, everybody. SQL stands for query language. I forgot the first word. Structured query language.
Yes, you're right. Structured query language. So what does it mean? Who can explain me? Dmitry,
I think
you can go on.
I think it's mean the language which is needed for gather the information from a database from particular tables. And it consists of special keywords.
Yes.
The keywords which is needed for gathering information.
So what does it mean structured? Because we have a set of keywords and to gather the information from the database, we should make a structure from that keywords. So we should use that set of keywords like a constructor. We put one word in the beginning of the query, another one in the middle of the query, another one in the end of the query, and so on. So we just give that set of keywords and make a query from that keywords. That means structured query language. Language for queries with a particular structure. So in the textbook, you saw the word syntax. So what do you think? What does it mean? Language syntax.
The rules of using language.
I think that syntax is a set of rules of combination and rules of rules of using of combination of comments and data that we need to deal with.
Yes, you're right, Svetlana.
And as well, the right sequence of the comments.
Yes, yes, you are right. So the any programming language syntax is absolutely the same as natural language syntax, because when we are trying to talk or to write using some natural language, we should use some syntax, because otherwise it will not be this language. It will be like some set of words combined together, but we will not understand what the author wanted to tell us without using the syntax. And the same as for any programming language, including the SQL, because the SQL is a programming language as well, but a special programming language for managing the database. And the syntax should be according to the rules. Otherwise, it will not work. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And what keywords are used to gather information from the database? What keywords do you remember from the textbook?
Select.
Select, yes.
Where.
Where?
From.
From
From.
where?
Yes, okay.
Delete. And use.
Like,
Insert
yes.
into.
Insert into. You know more that it is written in the textbook, actually. So, are you sure that you need today's lesson? Okay, I'm kidding, guys. You need it definitely. So, who can tell me what does select asterisk mean?
It
That means
that
that
all
okay, go ahead.
the it means the star, I don't know how to call it correctly. The star means that we have to we want to take all the information from the named from the table or whatever we write after the star.
Yeah. Okay. So it means that we need all the fields.
Yeah.
Yes, all the information that is included to the fields. Okay, and if we don't need to see all the fields, what should we write instead of that asterisk?
Column names.
Column names, yes, Alena, right. Okay, and the last question, what is a condition? And what keywords do we need? And
we
some
need to
examples.
use where.
Where?
Word where.
Yeah.
And then we write some a condition, for example, less or more some a number or any other narrow for the search.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It seemed that at least most of the group understood the material, and maybe you have some questions regarding the textbook to discuss right now before we will go to the some advanced part of material. Alena? You raised hand. Do you have a question?
Yeah, maybe there will be in this lesson, but I didn't understand. When we write SQL query, we cannot just delete the row in programming, and it's done. For example, I write in FB Diver SQL query. Then I run it, and then I can't delete it, just delete the row with SQL query. And and run it, and the result is doesn't change. For example, when we write in Java or C++, we delete the row and it's almost undone. But when we write in SQL, we didn't see the story. What?
I'm not sure that I understood your question well, actually, but are you talking about the delete statement, or are you talking about deletion of the query itself?
Deletion of query, but yes.
So why you cannot delete the query from the editor? Here?
When we for example, when I wrote the query in set into and and I did this query and add some row. Yes, and I cannot do undos of this.
Yeah, got it. Okay, yes, you cannot undo. So it is impossible. You send some request to the database, and it cannot be undone. The way you should undo this operation is deletion of this row. So you should write the special query for the deletion of the row you inserted. This is the undo operation, but unfortunately you have no permissions to delete from your database, because we unfortunately had in the past some cases when our students deleted all the information from the database and got a lot of problems, because the database stayed empty absolutely after their experiments, and they cannot proceed learning the databases because the database was empty, and we should run the backup for this database. And we, for your group, unfortunately, we decided that you will not have permissions to delete. I will tell you how to do it, but and show you how to do it, but you have no permissions right now for deletion.
Lilia, so we can't make we can't add new databases, right? As well.
You can't make a new database, and you can't delete information from your current database, because you have no permission.
So about the assignment, the hard one, we have to just draw the tables in Excel, for example. We don't have to make a database.
Do you mean the previous assignment about ER diagram?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You should just draw this ER diagram in Draw.io or in any other editor you prefer.
Okay, thank you.
You shouldn't create a database, of course, because this is the advanced topic, and it is out of scope of the course. How to create a database, of course. So just draw it. How it may look like if we will create this database.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So could we proceed with our current lesson, or you have some more questions regarding the textbook? Okay, seems that no questions, so we could proceed. This is the slide for DB connection. It is not mandatory to connect and do all the operations with me today. So you could, if it is hard too hard for you to listen and to do something in the DB contemporary, you could just listen today and you could just re-watch the lecture and then try it home. It's up to you. But if you want to do something with me, please connect to the database right now, open your DBeaver, and you could do all the operations together with me. Okay? So this is up to you. And we will start from order by, null, aggregate functions like and in. So let's start from the order by. You remember that to gather all the information from the database, from all the fields, we should write select asterisk from table where conditions, or without where even, or select some fields from table and so on. So we will get all the information from the table, or we will get all the information that is included to some particular fields. But how this information will be ordered? Who can tell me? What sorting we will have?
Maybe how it is located in the table.
Okay, how it is located in the table, but maybe more details.
To maybe order to by any characters. So, for example, ascendance or descendants by number or by letter, and so on.
Yes, Alexei, but my question was different. How the information is sorted in the database by default?
By default, ascendance maybe by
what,
ID.
by what field?
By ID.
By ID, yes. So our ID, our primary key in the database, is auto-incremented field. What does it mean, auto-incremented? It means that we add some new row to the database, and it is not mandatory to write the ID there. This ID is automatically generated by the database. So we are adding the field. The last ID, for example, was, I don't know, 100. And when we add the new row to the database, the new ID will be 101. And the information will be sorted by ID in the database. But it is not always convenient to have the information sorted by the ID. I think we could maybe show it on the example of passenger database, passenger table. Sorry. Select asterisk from passenger and run it. Okay. And we see here that the information is sorted by ID. But what if we want to sort by some other field? For example, last name. We want to get a list of passenger sorted by the last name. And if we have such a task, we should use this keyword, order by field. So this is the simplest variant, order by last name. Let's run it. Okay. And we see that it is sorted by the last name. Yeah. It starts from A, then B, then C, and so on, till the last letter. What was the last? Z. Okay. So all the alphabet is here. We now sorted our table, and that was the most simple variant here when we sort all the fields by the field last name. Yeah. If we should narrow our search and then sort, we will use the same, absolutely the same approach as described in the textbook. We, for example, could narrow it by pointing to some particular fields. For example, we could say that we want to show only first and last name here. Yes. And so this is the list, the whole list of our passengers. To make it more, maybe more beautiful, we could do like this: last name and first name. Yeah. And we have this beautiful list of the passengers. But if we want to narrow more, we could add where here before the order by. So the order by should be the last keyword in the query according to the syntax. So where, I don't know, what could we do here? Where okay, let me check what fields do we have. How could we narrow our search? Okay. We could narrow by the flight ID, yeah? What flight ID do we have here? So last name and first name, where flight ID equals to 5, for example. Order by last name. Yeah. So what do we have here?
A list of the passengers for the exact flight.
Yes. Yes. Order it by
last name.
By last name, yes. Okay. What if we want to order in the opposite direction? We have the magic additional keyword here, descending. Yeah, this is the opposite direction. So here in the at the end of our query, at the end of order by statement, we could put ascending. And the order will be from the first alphabet letter to the last alphabet letter, or descending. And the sorting will be in the opposite direction, from the last alphabet letter to the first alphabet letter. And what if I remove this ascending descending word? What will be the order?
Default, it will be ascendant.
Yes, Alexei, you're right. So if you want to make it ascending, you could just skip this ascending descending course, by default, the sorting will be ascending from the first letter of alphabet to the last letter of alphabet. So I shown you the sorting by strings, by char, if you remember the data types, yeah, from the previous lesson. It was a char data type, and the sorting is obvious here. But we could sort by other types of fields with the same success. So now I described to you the principle, and I hope that everybody understands this principle. Now, please tell me, what should I write here? We need the most expensive flight for the test. Let's sort the flight table by a flight charge. So let me remind what columns do we have in the flight table. Let me show you. This is the flight, yeah, columns. And we have that list of fields here. This is the flight charge. The field we now are interested in. Flight charge, what is it? Who remembers?
Price, I guess.
Yes, this is the price of flight. Okay, ticket price for this flight. So we now need the most expensive flight for the test. We still don't know the aggregate functions. We will see how to do the same with the aggregate functions a bit later, but now we don't know about these functions. We just want to make it by sorting. So what should I write? Who can dictate?
We need all the fields.
Okay, yes, let it be all the fields for now.
So select all from flights.
Flight.
Order by what charge? Order by charge. Descended.
Okay, let's check. A lot of information here. Yes, but this is the most expensive flight charge. 1,000 plus. I don't know what currency is it? Maybe dollars. Okay. Yeah, right.
I think we have to cut the information. Just we have to leave just 2 columns: the flight ID and the price, maybe. The flight charge.
Maybe. So what should I write here, Irina?
Yes, remove all and select flight charge, flight ID, comma flight charge.
Yes.
And the rest is the same.
Yes. Let's check. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good job. Number 2, you need to know a timetable for a particular date. The number 2 is a bit harder than the number 1. Choose all the fields from the flight table, sort result, first by departure date, then by departure time. So let's see how to sort by 2 or more fields.
Via comma, maybe with description, ascendance, descendance, if it is important, maybe.
Yeah. So what should I write?
You should write select stars from a flight. order by departure date, comma, departure time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we could narrow the search just to make it more visible, because yeah. So this is a timetable. Departure date is September 25. Yeah. 3 equal departure dates and the departure time 1, 2, 3. For October 9, we have only one departure date. For October 17, we have again 2 departure time. Yeah. So we, by this query, we've got a timetable for our flights. Yeah. Okay. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Questions regarding the order by?
I have a different question. I think I missed this row, but we write, for example, flight, then F, or passenger, then P. What does it mean? It doesn't mean the whole table, or can you explain, please?
Yeah, sure, Irina. This is information from the textbook, but actually you could miss it, definitely. So this letter called alias. And what the alias is? It is a short name of the table. For such short queries, we actually don't need the alias, because we have only one table inside, and we are operating with only one table. And of course, that fields are from this table, because we have the only one table. But if our queries will be a bit more complicated, like for 2 tables contemporary, we will operate with different fields from different table in one query. And in this case, we will need that alias just not to point to the full name of the table in the query, because every table should be mentioned in the query several times. And not to write the whole name of the table, and to make our query shorter, we need that aliases. And our dbeaver is generating that aliases even for the simple queries, because when we just starting writing the query, the dbeaver doesn't know what we're gonna do. If this query will be short or this query will be more complicated, it generates that aliases in any case. That's why we have it. So this is, to be simple, this is the short name of the table. That could be used inside the query in other places. For example, we could write like that, F dot flight charge. And it will mean for us that this is the flight charge from the table F. And the table F means flight.
What if we have 2 tables which names start with the same letter?
It will be F1 and F2.
Okay.
F3 and so on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Other questions?
Lilia, you said that we don't need to write ascending in order by comment. And when should we use it?
Ascending,
Mhm.
it is not mandatory actually to use ascending, just to underline that here we have the ascending order, because if our query will be very complicated, like I don't know, 10 lines or 100 lines, because queries could be very, very long. Actually, we are here trying to just start writing on SQL in our course, but the queries could be very, very long, and just not to mix the information, just not to be confused. In some cases, it makes sense to write that ascending, just to underline that the order is ascending here. Yeah, this is the idea. Thank you. Okay. Let's go further to the next one. Okay, the next one is null. We already touched this thing in the previous class when we see that nulls in the table. And as far as I remember, I explained already the difference between null and 0. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So everybody understands the difference? Or there is somebody who doesn't understand?
I understand.
Yes, Dmitry. Thank you.
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah, guys, just don't be shy, please. If you don't understand something, please feel free to ask questions, because it is better to ask question in the class than to not understand the homework, for example. Okay, so let's think that everybody understand everything about the null. So how could we use it in the query? This is the additional thing that we could do in where statement. We could check that the field is empty or not empty. And of course, we cannot say field equals to 0, because this is not right. We are checking the emptiness of the field. And the syntax is the following. So we should write absolutely the same: select, then fields or asterisk from table where field, and pay attention that we don't have the equal sign here. We should write is null or is not null. This is the exception, because the most conditions, if we are checking to if the field equals to something, we use the equal sign, but not here. Here it should be is null or is not null. Okay, so if it is understandable, please dictate me what should I write in the first case to choose all the passengers with an empty flight ID. What should I write?
Maybe select passenger from flight where where flight ID is null, or select passenger from passenger where flight ID is null.
But which variant?
I don't know the structure of the tables.
Okay, let me show you the structure of the table. we could check here. This is the flight columns, and this is the passenger table. So which variant is
flight ID there is in the passenger tab. So we should type select passengers or select all from passengers where flight ID is null.
Is null.
Is null. Yes.
Okay, let's check. We have 2 passengers with flight ID is null. I hope that you see it. Flight ID here is empty, and we see null here. And that means that this field is empty. Flight ID. Okay, who can tell me why I cannot do like this? Where passenger ID is null. What will be the result, and why it doesn't make sense?
It is a primary key. It is mandatory to have one.
Yeah, you're right. Let's check what will happen. It will be an empty result, no error, but we will not have any rows here. Okay, because this is a mandatory field and it cannot be null. Okay. What about the second case? Now you need a passenger with a phone number. Choose the passengers. Dmitry?
Select asterisk from passenger where phone number is not null.
Okay, let's check. Yeah. We have such passengers, and we could check that the phone number is not null for everybody here. Yes, it is filled for all the passengers in the result. Okay, questions? No questions. Okay. Okay, the next one is a bit more complicated. And to understand the sense of that aggregate functions, remember about Excel or Google Sheets. Those who know how to work with Google Sheets or Excel on advanced level, I think definitely know the functions and how to use them in the Excel. Yes? How to count a sum of a column, maximal, minimal, average, yes?
Yes.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less. So this is actually the same. The sense is absolutely the same like for Excel or for Google Sheets. We, by using that aggregate functions, we are counting some values in the database. And the syntax is the following. Select count by field, or you can put asterisks here, from table where, and conditions are absolutely the same like for the other queries. So what aggregate functions could we use? This is not the full list. This is the more or less useful functions for us. So firstly, we could count something. We could find the minimal value of something, the maximal value, the average value of some field, or the sum by some field. If we add the condition, what do you think? What will happen?
Repeat the question, please.
When we, for example, count maximal value by some field, we find the maximal value, okay. But if we will add the condition, what should be counted?
Maximal value with this condition from the fields with this condition.
Yes, you're right, Maxim. So if we will not put the condition there, it will be counted for the whole table without any narrowing the search. If we put the condition, it will be counted for the range of the fields. So firstly, we apply the condition, and then we apply that aggregate functions. Okay, so let's try to do something. First, you need to check what will happen if passengers number on a particular flight is greater than seats number. But you don't know how many passengers are on the flight ID equals to 5. So how we will count the passengers for this flight?
May
Yep.
I? Select count passenger ID from passenger where flight ID equal to 5.
From passenger ID from passenger where, okay, and this is the result. So pay attention that here we put not the field and not the asterisk. Here we put the function. What should we count? And here we have not the list of the passengers from this flight. Here we have only a number of passengers because we say here that we need a count. And the name of the result field here is a function as well, count passenger ID. To make it more beautiful, we could add some passengers from flight 5. We could name this field some way. Yeah, and it will be named here. It is not mandatory. It is just for our comfort. That's all. So this is the artifactual name for this result field. Okay. Is the example understandable for everybody?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you please elaborate if we can, I don't know, insert like count, P, first name, or it should be a primary key? What exactly is?
No, we could put here Any
Any
field.
type,
Yes, any
type
field.
of column. It doesn't really
For
matter.
so let me explain the difference. For this particular table, it doesn't matter which field we will put here, because all the fields are filled here. No, I'm lying. Not all the fields are put here. So if we put here a field, only the fields will be counted. If we have null in the field, it will not be counted. So let me show you.
Okay.
I will remove this VR because, yeah, if we put here an address is filled for everybody, but flight ID is not filled for everybody. So count p flight ID. You remember that we have nulls there, yeah? So 2 passengers have nulls there, and p address is address for 5, I don't know, as passenger, and okay. Yeah, so compare two values. Address is filled for everybody, and flight ID is not filled for everybody because we have 2 nulls. And the numbers are different here.
I see. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, what about the second case? Find the cheapest flight charge. How can we do it? Who can dictate me?
Let's try.
Yes, Svetlana, please.
So we select mean.
Mean, okay.
F
Okay. I will put here from flight because
from
we
flight.
need
Yes.
LS, yes. So mean F
flight charge.
Flight charge, yes. Yeah.
I think that's all.
Yes, that's all. So $1 is a minimal flight charge. This is the result.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. What should I change here to find the most expensive flight charge?
Into max.
Max, yes. Max. Okay. Oh, this is the maximal flight charge. Okay. What about average flight charge?
I think the same. We just change max in this case to average.
Yeah.
By the same field name.
Yes. Yes, we have a tip here. Yes, this is the average. Okay, and the last one, the sum.
So the same, but that would be sum from all field.
Okay, this is the sum.
So we use sum when we want to count the, for example, the prices,
Mm-hmm.
to sum them up. And when we use count, we're just counting the numbers of the lines, right? Something like this.
Yes, more or less. So if we will count the count of flight charge, it will be this one. So
Like the number.
how many fields, how many flight charges are filled? How many non-empty flight charges do we have in the table?
The same as flight ID or not? We can have empty files, right?
Yes, we could. If I'm not sure about this particular table, but we could check. So if we could add here count F flight ID and count F flight charge. I think it will be the same for this table. Yeah, it is the same because all the fields for the flight ID are filled.
Not now.
Flight ID is not filled here in the passengers table, but here we are gathering the information from the flight table. In the flight table, all flight IDs and flight charge are filled.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Okay.
Lilia, am I right that for the last four functions, the type of the field should be an integer?
Okay, let's try. Why not? Okay, what?
It will be an error.
Let's try. Minimal from passenger P. In the passenger we have the first name, for example. Let's check what will happen. Yes. So it is sorting by the field and show us the minimal, the first one.
The minimum counts of a letter. Yes?
No, the first in the order. We could check by select from passengers order by first name. First name. Yes, this is the first name. This is the first name in ascending order. And this is the minimal value of the first name.
And there, if there will be a sum.
Okay, sum. Sum is 0 because we are trying to sum strings. So it will not be an error, but the result Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Mhm. Let's try average. Why not? For the string, the same. Because average is a sum divided by a count of fields. So it doesn't make sense because the sum is 0 and the sum divided by how many fields do we have? 201 is 0 as well. But
So the minimum and maximum just sort the fields, the
yes,
values.
yes, it sorts the values by the field and you have the result. Mhm. And one more thing, maybe I will show you. And this will show you the error because count by all the fields. It makes sense because we could count how many rows in the table. But if we will say average or minimal or maximal or sum by an asterisk by all the fields, it will be an error. Because the SQL cannot understand what does it mean, average asterisk. We should count average by some field, some particular field, not by all the fields. And P passenger, I don't know, flight ID, passenger ID, average by two fields. It is an error as well. So we should point to some particular field if we want to use average or sum or maximal or minimal. Okay. Could we go to the like and wildcards? Is everything understandable regarding the aggregate functions?
Yes.
Yes.
At the moment, looks yes.
At the moment, okay. Got it. So we'll be waiting for your homework. Okay, so the next one is the most interesting thing, I think, in the SQL, from my point of view, like and wildcards. So remember the simplest, almost simplest, maybe, query, select from passenger, where, first name, flight ID, first name. I don't know, equals to what first name did we have? I don't know, John, maybe. Do we have John in the table? No. Okay, let me check what first name do we have. Sarah. Okay, we have Sarah or Dennis, Joel, Jonathan. Okay, let it be Joel. No, John, but Joel. Okay, we have it. And we could add here some particular name, some particular last name, and so on and so on. But what if we need a set of passengers? For example, with the last name beginning with A. What should we do? We will not watch in the table, look in the table and look what names do we have beginning with A and then put it to the query, because it doesn't make sense and it is hard and it is not very fast and so on and so on. But in SQL, we have a special mechanism for searching not by some string, by particular string, direct, exact string, but by a part of a string, by a substring. And this mechanism called wildcards. And for it, we should use the like statement keyword. So to find all the first names beginning with A, we should put here like, and then in brackets, not brackets, apostrophes, we should say A and then percent sign. Okay, and we have all the passengers whose first names are beginning with A. Alfonso, Adriana, Arla, Ashley, August, Albertine, Alexander, Alren, Adina, Alpha, Alfonso, again, Annie, Anthony, Andrew. How could we use it? This like, as you can see here in the syntax, could be could have a percent in the beginning and percent in the end. And this percent means we have some symbols before or after this particular symbol. I don't know how many symbols are there, and it doesn't matter. I don't know how many means. It could be 0 symbols or infinite value. I don't know how many, but 0 could be possible as well. And this way, we could find some substrings in our strings. So how could we do this first task? You need all passengers who live in Pennsylvania. Here is the passengers table. Here is the address. So who can tell me how should I write it? Dmitry.
Select asterisk from passenger where address percent
like Natalia, yes.
Where like percent PA%.
You forgot some element. Please check the syntax.
Apostrophe maybe.
Apostrophe, yes.
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe, percent,
PA,
then PA, and
percent.
percent. Yes, you're right. Now you're right. Let's check. And this is the list of addresses. Okay. But we have here guys from another state. So how could we?
Yes. We need full, maybe. Full world, Pennsylvania. No?
Yes. No, please see here what I did.
Add a space.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I added spaces there because pay attention that Pennsylvania here is between two spaces.
Like the different words.
Yes. So if we will put like this, we'll write like this, we will have this string, PA here, PA here. This is not Pennsylvania. Here, yes, this is a Pennsylvania. Here, where we have, yes, Parkway, Passage, Pass. So it means that we should have some symbols before, or maybe no symbols before, because percent again means from 0 to any number of symbols, and after. And it doesn't mean that we should have space here. It could be just a substring inside any word. Okay. Questions? Is it understandable for now?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, great. And if it is understandable, you probably could do the next exercise. All the passengers whose email is from gmail.com domain.
Okay, let me try.
Yes, Nikita, please.
Okay. Select asterisk
Mm-hmm.
from passenger
Mm-hmm.
where email like apostrophe
Mm-hmm.
percent
Mm-hmm.
gmail.com apostrophe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Let's check. Yes. Seems that it works. And in this case, we could do like this because we could be sure that if our email field contain only fields contain only email and no other information about the email, this gmail.com will be the end element of the email. So it could be like this. Okay. And what to do with the third exercise? You need all the passengers whose last names contain 4 letters. Because if we put a percent sign, we don't know how many letters are there. Yes? It doesn't matter in this situation. How many letters do we have? But what if we need some particular number of letters between or before or after some symbols, or just a name that contains 4 letters? For these cases, we have a underline sign. Every underline sign means one symbol. It is not mandatory to have a letter here. It could be a space, it could be a special symbol, it could be a number. It doesn't mean, but every underline is a symbol. So if we want the last name with 4 symbols, what should we write here between the apostrophes?
4 underlines, maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is the last name, yes? Okay, so let's check. 4 symbols, 4 symbols. Why do we have 5 symbols? 4 symbols, not 5. I count incorrectly in the evening. Okay, so every last name here has 4 symbols inside. And of course, we could combine underlines with percent. For example, I don't know, we want to have we want to show all the last names whose pre-last symbol is A. And it doesn't matter for us how many symbols do we have before this A. How to describe it?
Underline, underline, A, underline.
Underline, underline, A, underline. Okay, and what will be shown?
Where will be shown names contains 4 characters with third character A for
Yes.
this request.
And what was the
I
question?
think we should use a percent before.
Yes, we should use a percent before, actually, because the question was, we need all the last names whose pre-last symbol is A, and it doesn't matter how many symbols do we have before this A. And by this request, we shown the last names that contain four letters with pre-last letter A. And if we put here a percent, we have the list of last names with pre-last letter A and different number of symbols before this A. Here we have 2 symbols, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symbols, 2 symbols, and so on. Because we have a percent here. So we could combine this like. And maybe I didn't explain you yet, but maybe it is time to explain that we could combine different conditions in one where. For example, we want to show this condition, yes, for the last name. And together with this, we want to what we could do. For example, let's show all the first names that begins with O. We should put here and first name like and the same wildcard. what will be if I put or here? What do you think?
Both cases.
Both cases, yes. And maybe O is not a very good example because we have O with the same condition. Let it be S, for example. Yes. So if we put O here, we have this condition true or this condition true. And means that both conditions should be true. And we don't have such cases. And actually, the conditions could be different. It is not mandatory to have 2 likes or 2, I don't know, equals. It could be like and equal to, or like and greater to. And it is not mandatory to have different fields here. So we could combine all the ways. And more than 2 conditions as well, of course. Any number of conditions, any combinations, up to you. It will work. Okay. Do you have questions here?
No.
No, so far.
I have one.
No, just practice.
Okay. You will have practice, of course. You already have it in the Moodle. Okay, so the last condition for today is in. Why do we need this in? It is actually, I think, more simple than like and more simple than aggregate functions. This is the list. For example, you want to show some set of conditions, want to use some set of conditions, but all the conditions separated the same. Like in the example, flight date would be July 13, July 14, and July 15. And if we will use a combination of these conditions, we should have select asterisks from passenger where departure date not departure date, not passenger, I think flight. Of course, actually we cannot write this without joins. Okay, be flight. Of course, joins will be next time. F departure date equals to July 13 or the same July 14 or July 15. No. So let me check what should be their departure date. What departure dates do we have? October. Okay. Let it be October 17 and or October 23 or October 9. Okay.
Why do you use or if we need all the flags together?
Because if we will use and, both conditions should be true. And it is impossible in this case.
Okay,
And means
okay.
the first is true and the second is true. Departure date contemporary is October 23 and October 9.
Yes, I got it now. Thank you.
Yeah. It's okay. It's is a not very very clear conception of or and end, but it is. So here we have absolutely the same conditions, the same field, and the list of values for the field. And this is a pretty much long query. So how to make it shorter? To make it shorter, we could use this in statement and list all the values that should be in the condition, just divided by commas in brackets. So this long query could be rewritten Okay, I will copy and paste it. Departure date from flight F, where F departure date in, and then all that values in brackets divided by commas 1, 2, and 3. The same. Okay, I will not delete it because you should compare it. So this is much shorter, yes? And we could use this condition if we want to have a multiple condition for the same field and the same values, the same type of values. This is in. I think this is pretty easy. Understandable?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
What if we want to choose, for example, 3 names from the list? We don't have to use apostrophes, right? Just
we
Sarah?
should have apostrophes if we have a string values, a string or date.
String or date.
But we shouldn't use apostrophe if we operating with the numbers.
Yeah.
And if I, for example, insert into some information and use an apostrophe, even it was numbers for SQL for data, it will be like a text. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Understandable.
Okay, thank you for the question. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Guys, I understood that I forgot about the break. But sorry. The topic is so interesting. Next time, please remind me about the break, okay? Because
Okay.
I can tell during a lot of time I'm not tired. And I guess that you are tired, but just shine to remind me about the break. So I'm very sorry, guys. Actually, we have only one topic for today, and we could make a break right now if you want to, but anyway, we will complete in half an hour or maybe later. To please decide yourself. Do you need a break now or not?
I'm not.
Yeah. I guess 5 minutes would be cool.
Okay. Okay, so 5 minutes break, and then we will go further to the insert, update, and delete thing. I will press a pause. Okay. Firstly, let's check ourselves. The same table like in the previous class. This is the small table from our small database from our set of databases, hobby persons. And how could we find all the people with names Susan, Joe, or Jack here? Who can tell me? We will not put it down. We just think about it and please tell it orally. Oral.
May I try?
Yep, Irina, please.
Select all name from
all or name. Of course, if you put all, then comma name, you will see all the fields and then field name again. It will work, but doesn't make any sense.
And then select name from person where person in brackets Susan apostrophe Susan then comma apostrophe Joy. Oh, and we have to separate with the O.
No. Commas.
Just commas?
Just commas, yes.
Okay, then Joy in apostrophe and comma Jack in apostrophes and close the bracket.
Yes, yes. Quite right, but you mixed apostrophe and comma in the first name. You said Susan, then comma, then apostrophe.
Yeah. Well,
other order.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yes, you are right. You should use in here. Thank you. Okay. How to sort the result descending?
Just add this in the end.
At what?
DSC in the end.
So DSC, yes, but before the DSC should be some statement.
Ordered by.
So sorted, ordered by.
Order by, yes. Not ordered, just order
Ordered.
by. Order by what?
ID.
Maybe ID, maybe so the field you want to sort by. Order by, then the name of the field, and this tests. How to find everybody without a photo?
I try.
Talia, please.
Select a photo from person where photo is null.
Yes, yes, correct. Yes. But it is better to have some other fields in the result, because if you will say select photo where photo is null, you will just have only a list of nulls.
Yes.
So it is better to it will work, of course, but again the result will be a bit strange.
What do we have to write then? What do we have to select?
We have to write either asterisk to show all the fields, or choose some fields that you know, have some values field, like name or name to or address. So something that will indicate this person without a photo. Okay, a bit more complicated. How to count persons without a photo?
May
Yeah.
Select count ID from person. What question without photo? Yes. Where a photo is null.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. Thank you. And find everybody with 4 letters in the name too, and with the first letter S in the name too. How could we say it? Yeah, please.
Select asterisk from persons where name to like apostrophe S and or 3 up
underline
underline and 3 underlines and apostrophe.
Okay, more or less, but who can correct, Alena?
I mentioned about like.
Yes, yeah. You mentioned about like, but you made a little mistake. So Alena said name to like S in apostrophe, and then
maybe okay, Alena.
Maybe like apostrophe for underlines and apostrophe S and percentage. in apostrophe.
Yes, now you're correct. So for name like for underlines in the apostrophes and name like S%. And it will work. So you could try actually yourself because we have this database here. We will not do it today, I think, because I want to complete the lesson within 2 hours. But you have this database. This is it, dry base, and then your letters and numbers. And that's 4 tables: address, hobby, persons, and hobby, and these incorrect names of persons table. Okay, but we are not studying English. Okay, let's close eyes for this mistake. Okay, seems that everything understood the everybody understood the material.
Lilia,
if you don't, please, yes, Svetlana.
Yes, concerning the last task about why the first variant of Alona doesn't work. We should find 4 letters, and the first one should be S.
Yes.
Why don't we write apostrophe S and 3 underline?
Maybe I just heard incorrectly, because I heard that Alona said 3 apostrophe and like S in apostrophes. If
but if it's possible to write only one
yes, in this case, yes, because we could write 2 different conditions and it will work, or we could combine in one condition like S and then 3 underlines. It will work as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if I just incorrectly heard, so sorry, Alona. Maybe I just heard that you just forgot about the percentage in the second, but maybe the idea was different. So sorry in this case. Okay. Any other questions? No questions, and we have 10 minutes, and I will try to complete everything within this period. Insert, update, delete. So what did we do before this topic? We just gather information from the table. We didn't change the information. We didn't change the rows. We didn't change the table. So we just read what has been put to the table, and we just get the information from the table, because we used only select. But this is not the only thing we could do with the database, of course. For example, we could insert some rows to the database, to the table. To insert some new rows to the table, we shouldn't have a select, and instead we should use SQL insert with the following syntax. Insert into then table name, and in brackets the list of columns of the table where we should put a new information, and then a values keyword with values in brackets. And what is the most important thing here? The order of columns should be absolutely the same as the order of values. So value 1 should be put to the column 1, value 2 to column 2, value 3 to column 3, And this is the only way to insert the information. If we will use the different order, so the system will think that we should put different values to different fields. And it will work incorrectly, or it will not work at all if we, for example, will try to put numbers to the strings, integers to char, or char to integer, like that. Okay. Let's try to do this exercise. For example, you need a new passenger who fly by flight ID number 5. How could we do it? Who understands the topic? Please tell me, what should I write? And to make it more easy for you, I will open the list of, yes, it is already opened. Here is the list of fields in passenger table. So what should I write?
May I, please?
Yeah, please.
Insert into passengers.
Insert into passenger.
Brackets. Apostrophe address, apostrophe email, apostrophe address, apostrophe comma.
We now are listing the fields.
Yes. Yes.
So without any apostrophe, we just
okay.
list the fields.
All fields via comma without apostrophes, and values first address, then comma,
email,
then email, then first name, last name, passport, and
first name, last name,
and any required fields.
Passport number. We could list all the fields here, or we could miss the fields that are not mandatory. And in this case, it will be null there. So let me enter here because it is not visible for you. Passport number, phone number, and flight ID should
flight
be 5.
ID number should
flight
be
ID.
5. Yes.
Flight ID. P. Flight ID. Yes, and then values.
Then values.
So the passenger ID. I don't know.
Not required. Yes.
Okay, we actually could delete it because this this field should be auto incremented. It is automatically generated by a system, so we could miss it here. It will be added anyway. Address is a string, so sorry, we could put any string here. Email is a string as well. First name, last name, passport number. Phone number.
Sorry, Lilia, passport number, is it string or digits?
Passport number is varchar.
Oh, okay.
So this is a string, yeah. And the only thing that is not string except passenger ID, a flight ID. So flight ID should be 5, and we put 5 here.
Execute. will be new row.
Unknown.
sorry.
P
Uh, for-
address. P address is unknown. Into because we don't have P here, I think. And that's why it cannot understand us. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's try without an alias. First name, last name, passport.
And sorry, backspace after first comma is required or
No.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so it works without an alias. So pay attention again here. This is the result. It doesn't show us the string, the row that we added. It shows us only that it works. The query that we put here and how many rows are updated. Updated means, in this case, added or updated or deleted. So how many rows are changed in the database. And this is our first name, this is our last name, passport number, phone number, and flight ID, so on. Address, this is address, email, first, last, passport number, phone number, and flight ID. Any questions?
Lilia, and what is the alias? For what are they needed?
I think that we already had this question today. Okay, I will repeat. Don't worry. Alias is a short name of a table. And it is needed for complicated queries when we have more than one table in the query. You will do it next time. We will learn about joins, and we will have more than one table in one query. And to make our query short, when we should say the system from what table this field is. We should not only mention the field, but we should put the table name, then dot, then the field name. And to avoid that long table names every time, we use alias. And instead of the table name, we could use just the first letter of a table name, then dot, and then field name. But this particular tool, the debeaver, is generating the alias every time we start the query, because it doesn't know how long this query it will be. And will it be a complicated query or will it be a simple query, but it generates alias anyway.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other questions regarding insert? Okay, so I think it is pretty simple. The only difficulty here is to remember about mapping values to fields. It should be in the same order. And the update. So we added our passenger, and now we could update it. Let us, I don't know, change the first and last name, for example, for this passenger. The syntax is the following. for update a row. Update table name, set then column equals to value, column 2 equals to value 2, and so on. With a condition. So maybe somebody can guess why the condition is absolutely important here.
Every column, every data will update it if there will be no condition.
Yes, Alena, absolutely right. If we miss the condition, every value in the column will be set to this value. And we will update the whole table if we will not put a condition here. Conditions here are absolutely the same as for select. So I will not stay on this topic because this is the same. So let us update our passenger. Update then table name passenger. Set, I don't know, first name, for example. First name equals to Vasya, and last name equals to Peter. Where first name equals to this. Yeah, of course, we should update this particular passenger. Update. First name is double. Why? Put. Okay. Let's delete it. Yes, it works like this. I put and instead of a comma. Last name. And we should put Vasya here because we updated it already. Yes. So one row has been updated.
Why can't we use and?
Because of the syntax.
Mm-hmm.
It should be comma here, not and. Because and is for the condition, not for the list of fields. And we cannot use and in the select. Yes, we should put a field list divided by commas. The same here. Okay. We update it. And actually, let us select let be all from passenger where first name equals to Vasya 1. Let's check that it is really updated. Yes, this is it. It is updated. Okay. And the last thing for today is a delete statement. Again, you have no right to do it with your database, but I should show you on mine. Again, the condition is absolutely important here, because if you will not write the condition, what will be?
Everything
Whole
will
table
be
will-
deleted.
Everything.
Yes, we will delete not the table. Table will stay, but we will delete all the information from the table. Table will be empty if we will forget about this condition. So I will show you. Let's delete this Vasya 1. Delete from passenger. Pay attention, nothing here between delete and from. No asterisk, no fields, just delete and then from. Delete from passenger where first name equals to Vasya 1. Yes, it is deleted. And let's check. Select from passenger. The result should be empty.
There is no where.
Maybe.
Where, yes.
Before first name.
Sorry. I said that I am not tired, but it think that it's not true. Where first name, yes. Yeah, the result is empty, yes.
But can we delete the whole column, not just one record?
No, we should delete row by row, record by record. To delete the column, we should use not this statement. So it is possible with the SQL, but it is an operation that is included to the table level and database level operations. So it is possible, but not with this statement. And this is for record only.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay. And let us check. Only 2 minutes, guys. 1 minute to check your knowledge and 1 minute to show you the homework. Okay, and we will go to have rest. How to add a hobby here? What statement should be used?
Insert into hobby hobby brackets ID name the exception the description brackets values brackets no, and any entities and no, with this value and close brackets, and it's one people and the same for second.
Yeah, thank you. So you added a hobby, and then we will add 2 people. Okay. Let's skip it for now because we have no time. You can do it at home. So how to change the hobby to another one? For the people, for one of the people here. So we added a person with this hobby ID. So how to change the hobby for this person?
Update persons, set equal
set what?
Set hobby. Where is hobby? If we change
table hobby persons.
Hobby persons, yes.
Hobby persons.
We should update hobby persons.
Update hobby
because...
persons, yes. Update hobby persons. Set hobby ID. Equal number. Yeah. ID. New. This new number.
And what else we should add?
Where?
Person ID equal number of person in a question.
Yes, Anna, correct.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Good job. And how to delete this person? What do you think? It is not so simple question. How to delete the person from this particular database?
From person database.
From person, but it will not be deleted from person.
Delete from hobby person.
Yes, we should firstly delete from hobby person, because if we will try to delete from person, it will not be deleted, because this ID is used in hobby person. So we firstly should delete from hobby person and only then from person. Yeah. Okay. You could think about your questions, and while you are thinking, I will show you your two homeworks. This homework is easy, and it is about a connection between the database and your UI. So to prevent your future questions in the group, please pay attention that my database could be a bit different from your database. The structure is absolutely the same, but the information could be different. So if you see that for this particular date, you have no flights, please use some other date. You now can gather the information from the database, and you can find some date and some airports that will show you the result. But this is the homework that is based on my database, my information. So you should do some more or less typical test tasks in the homework. Compare airport list on the UI with the list from DB by using some query. This is a simple one. Find in the database all the flights with these parameters and try to find them on UI with some queries again. Find the passengers from this flight. Again, if you don't have flights on this particular date, use the other flights. Please feel free to do it. And find this slides that more expensive than the one you found. Everywhere, please tell me what query did you use to do it. Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
How must look the result of our work? We must open click add submission and write the queries that we used, or write something else, or just queries that we used in the case.
You should describe the queries that you used and the results that you've got from the UI by these queries. The form is up to you. It doesn't matter for me. So you could write everything just as a plain text. You could send me some file with screenshots from the UI and dbeaver. You could even write everything on the paper with a pen and take a photo and send me. So it doesn't matter for me absolutely. How will you send me the result?
Okay, and we should open the UI, and when I click the link, it doesn't open. It's my technical program. Yes or not?
Let's check the link here. This is not opened, so maybe it has been changed. Okay, this is not.
I try to change this link to the same result, but the link in module 2, the same link, is opened correctly.
Yes, this is it.
There is 150 in the link there and 100 here for the UI site.
So I will change it here and yes, and I will send you the link to the group, okay?
And one point from my part, I understood our database and UI that we see on the website is different. So that we will see in UI and we will see in dbeaver in our database could have some discrepancy.
It should not have a discrepancy actually, because your UI is based on the database. And you have, all of you have your personal instance of the database and your personal instance of the UI, but the UI should be mapped to the database. If you have some discrepancy, maybe this is a defect, I don't know, but it should be should be mapped.
We should log in into UI or not?
If the operation can be performed without a login, please don't log in.
I think we have established that the UI database is teachers' database, not ours.
This one, yes. This one, yes. But you, again, you have your personal instance of the database and your personal instance of the UI that is mapped to your personal instance of the database.
Where do we have this one? How does it work?
You have the credentials to your database and to the UI.
I'm not sure
if something is not working, please refer to Fedor, because this is his responsibility to.
It was his response that this site is overall is teachers database. I don't think he said how we can. I think he said we can't attach UI to our personal database for now.
Okay.
And the teacher's database and our database are different in information amount, like vastly different.
Okay. Okay, so please try to start doing your homework. If you will have problems with it, please let me know, and we will think how to resolve it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and the next one is for insert and update. And a bit for thinking.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
see
you.
you
Thank you. Bye.
next time.
Thank you.